Thank you so much. And
You can't stop the booze and your dabba rupee life, but you can always ensure that you maintain a flow of energy and positivity. A quote from our today's speaker. Hello everyone, I am Dhruvi Agrawal from MBA Tech CE second year.
and I am Siddhesh Darak from BTech CE third year.
And we are your hosts for today's session. We would like to welcome you all to a wonderful Saturday morning with Mr. Ramanan Balakrishnan as a speaker in order to shed some light on subjects stop managing, start leading.
Mr. Ramanan Balakrishnan is a professor at NMIMS University. He's a corporate trainer and a motivational speaker on various aspects of life. He possesses a deep understanding of the complexities behind building and maintaining a successful brand. So without further ado, let's all welcome Sir. Sir, since our last conversation, what have you been up to?
Hi, good morning, Siddhesh,
Good
Dhruvi,
morning, sir.
Dr. Shubham, whom I personally know, and very good morning to all students, faculties, everybody. Okay, the first question was what I've been doing after the last I met you guys, right? I think that was
Yes, sir.
2019, right?
No, sir, I think it was 2020 or 2021 itself.
Okay, all right, good. Well, what I've been, as I said, I always keep myself busy 24/7. Uh, of course, with my assignments with NMIMS where I teach students. I will explain you what I mean by teach.
Yes, sir.
And my passion, which is my advertising and branding. So during the COVID times, making us ads was a very challenging one. Why? Because you can't shoot, and whatever shoot you do, my actors have to do from their home, and still the ad has to come out very clean and consistent, right? So we can't have too many post-production works, pre-production works. So that was a bit challenge. I did some ads for the Tamil South side, sitting at home, and plus I worked on a few film scripts in Hindi and Tamil, and plus I also acted in Arya 2 with Sushmita Sen. I also did Punch Beat, where I was the trustee of a university in that serial. So that kept me going, right? And also my theater keeps me energized. So I have written a play called as Corporate Draupadi.
Corporate, sir?
Corporate Draupadi.
Oh, okay. That would be something that we would want to hear more about, sir.
Yeah, so my play is ready, script is ready, so I will start the auditions very soon. So that's what has been keeping me busy. I'm back now with my friends and students. Uh, Dubai is an exciting place to be where we have a lot of young creative minds bubbling to do something. I will explain that to you as we progress. So I can say that I have made sure that I keep myself busy.
It has
Right?
been
And
quite
everyone
fantastic.
has that opportunity to make sure that he keeps himself busy.
We certainly agree with that, sir.
Yeah. Over to you. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Next question.
Yeah. Sir, next question is, sir, you had previously said in a year one session that a job done without passion becomes a board. So during this workaholic period, where everyone is competitive and giving their best, what do you think is the best way to bloom in the corporate world and at the best without getting stressed out?
Come again. What's it? Just talk a little slowly because I couldn't hear it because of uh, the voice cracking. Yeah. What was the question? Come again.
Yes, sir. The question was like you had been saying in your previous session, like a job that is done without passion, it becomes a bore.
Hmm.
But like
Hmm.
the culture today is workaholic. So in this competitive culture, what is the best bloom in the corporate as per you? Like a person can work without getting stressed out much.
Okay. What you have to identify, the most important thing is the difference between a job and the work, right? हम लोग इस होड़ में हैं कि भाई डिग्री खत्म किया तो नौकरी मिलनी चाहिए. पॉइंट नंबर वन. द क्वेश्चन इज मनचाहा नौकरी या जो नौकरी मिले उसको चाहने की कोशिश. वी ऑल हैव दिस, वी ऑल आर इनटू सम प्रेशर, राइट? पढ़ाई खत्म की, अभी नौकरी नहीं कर रहा, तो साहब उसमें ऐसा होता है कि जो नौकरी मिले कर लो. बट मैंने कहा मन चाहा नौकरी, पैशन. So when you see that today in the corporate world, as you use the word stress, right? I love the word stress. I actually say that everyone should have stress in his life, not the stress which demotivates you, but the stress which motivates you. I will come to that. So when we get into the corporate life or when you get into a work, the question is, you have then how do you find the two sentences? I'm doing a job, vis I'm working, which gives you a inner pleasure. I'm doing a job. Does that give you a pleasure? Or you say, I'm working, which gives you
The,
more?
the
I'm
latter
working.
one, sir. I'm
Yeah.
working.
What's the big difference? When you say I'm
If
doing a job, means मुझे जो बोला गया है मैं कर रहा हूँ, right? JOB stands for just obey boss. In a corporate world, you have been given somebody is called as a boss, right? तो उससे क्या होता है कि as soon as you have been said, oh, he is a guy who just joined in, Mr. Bala, you have to, these are the people under you, the word under you. And then he says, oh, he is your boss, he is your manager, right? तो वो जो बंदा जो ज्वाइन करता है वो सब कुछ भूल जाता है. उसके लिए सिर्फ ये मैनेजर ही भगवान है. ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश ये मैनेजर है. उसकी छुट्टी सैंक्शन करना, उसका इंक्रीमेंट, उसका परफॉर्मेंस अप्रेजल. तो साहब ये बॉस की पूजा करने लग जाता है. बॉस यू आर सो ग्रेट, यू आर सो इंटेलिजेंट, वाओ बॉस व्हाट एन आइडिया, बॉस आई लाइक योर शर्ट, आई लाइक योर कलर कॉम्बिनेशन. So where this guy is now is he's only into JOB, just obey boss. You go and ask him who is the CEO of the company, who is the CEO's father, वो सब छोड़ो, ये है ये मैनेजर के बारे में पूछो, मैं इसकी कुंडली निकाल के दे दूंगा. And the culture is that I have so many people working under me. I always have said in my entire career, I always say I have people working with me. If Dhruvi, somebody says that you're working under me, will you really get energized? Or if you say, hey Dhruvi, you're working with me, and I need your skills so that we can achieve our objectives together, which encourages you more.
The second one, of course, like
Yeah.
working with you.
So it's very important that when you get into a corporate life, you are going with a lot of ambitions and energy. Yes or no? Nobody is going into the first job saying that अरे बोर है, वे कुछ नहीं है, ऐसे ही करने आ गया हूँ मैं का. No, he is thrilled. It's important that everyone in the field where they are giving employment to people, you don't give employment to robotics, correct? You give employment to people. So it's important that Dhruvi and Sudesh, the question is, uh, you're not stressed at all when you take the first step into the work world. I call it as work world, and immediately there are so many reactions happening once you get into that work world, which then leads you to depression, all those stuff. So it is not you, but it is that external environment. So my only advice to people is that when you are recruiting people, you're recruiting skills. Yes or no? Every one of you has skills. Someone is good in presentation, someone is good in interaction, someone is good in problem solving. अरे हर एक के पास जब से आप पैदा हो गए हो उस दिन से आपके अंदर कोई ना कोई स्किल है. ये अलग बात है कि भाई हमारी एजुकेशन सिस्टम हमें वो स्किल पहचान करने के जो जरिए हैं वो नहीं बताती, लेकिन ये बताती है कि भाई आने वाले इंडस्ट्री में आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. And Dhruvi starts wondering, how can intelligence be artificial? Oh my God. I thought my intelligence is mine, no? Right? Artificials तो बहुत हो गए, right? अब intelligence भी artificial. Tomorrow you'll say artificial human being. So
Yes.
let us see how skills can be enhanced within everybody, because at the end of the day, I need skills. I need people who have skills, right? So as a corporate head or as a manager or what the hell you are in your corporate, you have to encourage skills. चाहे वो एक आदमी आपके साथ काम कर रहा हो 10 आदमी का. But what happens when you get into the corporate world? You go with lot of skills, lot of strengths, right? So 2S of stress, skills and strength. So you would like to use your skills. So when you use your skills, your talent is seen, right? So S and T of stress, skills, realizes the talent in you, right? And R stands for realizing. So when you use your skills, your talent is coming out, then you realize the E of stress, which is efficiency. When you realize the talent in you with your skills, you become more efficient. And when you become more efficient, whatever work you are doing, you get the S, which is satisfaction. And then the final S, which is success. So no satisfaction and success can come when the skills and talents are not effectively used. And that's why I ask every manager to make sure that you are effectively using the skills with you. So that's why I always believe. I say, don't call yourself CEOs or I'm the owner and this and that. You call yourself a farmer. A farmer is a better entrepreneur than anyone else. He has seeds with him. And those seeds are incorporate. Who are the seeds? People. Every seed has a potential, yes or no? Similarly, every people working in a corporate, in a company, in a shop has potential. So like a farmer, in order to make sure that the seed grows in his field, he has no control on the air, he has no control on water, he has no control on sunlight. Similarly, corporate में external world के बहुत सारे चीजें जो हमारे control में नहीं है. So as a manager, as a CEO, what the hell you are, you have skills of people. Like a farmer, the farmer's focus is only to make a fertile soil so that the seeds can grow. So in a corporate, if you make your corporate a fertile soil where these young skills can grow, then you think that they will grow the stress, tension, depression, or they will grow their efficiency. So you as youngsters, the day you project your skills, I can do this, I need opportunities, I will. Don't sit back and say that now I finished my education, so I demand I should get a six-figure salary. So you have spent money to get education. Now you spend time to gain experience. The difference is when you spend the next 5 years after your education and you come with a mentality that here I want to spend more time to gain knowledge. And top of it, you get paid for it. Earlier you paid for education, now you will get paid for gaining experience and knowledge. more you get exposed. जब तक हम धूप में खड़े नहीं होंगे तब तक पता नहीं चलेगा कि सूरज क्या है, yes or no? लेकिन नहीं, मुझे तो एयर कंडीशन ऑफिस चाहिए। क्यूबिकल्स है क्या? अरे क्यूबिकल्स, आई थॉट कैबिन मिलेगा ना मुझे। फिर कैबिन मिलने के बाद वो चाय के लिए क्यों आएगा, पानी भर के जाएगा, लिफ्ट वाला सलाम ठोकेगा। रिलेटेड ना, ये सब होता है। तो
Yes, sir.
So, my advice to everybody is please create a fertile soil in your organization, because seeds don't approve themselves and go to the next field. कभी देखा है?
Yes, sir.
कभी देखा है शुगर केन बोलता है अरे ये फील्ड में मजा नहीं आ रहा है, ये फार्मर बकवास है, चल भाई दूसरे फील्ड में जाके वहां हम लोग अपना अपना शुगर केन ग्रो करते हैं। So if you create a fertile soil where the skills can grow, which employee will leave you and go? He will never leave you, because he sees he is important. But when you see I am dhani, I am giving you salary, so that is the reason the bloody hell you are here. मैं पैसा देता हूँ इसलिए तो यहाँ पे है। ये माइंडसेट चेंज होने चाहिए, और ये माइंडसेट हमारे पहले से कभी नहीं था। ये माइंडसेट जब वैदिक पीरियड में भी देखो, when there were a lot of people working together, everyone were appreciated for their skills. कहीं जाके इन्वेशन हुआ, ये सब हुआ, कहीं जाके माइंडसेट बैठ गया कि भाई मैं धनी, तू नौकर, नौकरी कर रहा है तो मतलब तू नौकर। But I believe that everyone has skills, and I want you guys to sharpen your skills. You know, best of the management I have learned in streets. आपने वो देखा, वो चाकू तेज करता है इस साइकिल में बैठ के।
हाँ सर।
उसको बहुत क्लोजली आप मॉनिटर करोगे, उसके बाद इतने सारे चाकू हैं, आप जाके बोलोगे मुझे टमाटर काटने के लिए चाकू चाहिए, ही विल पिक अप द राइट चाकू फॉर टमाटर, और उसको उतनी ही धार देगा जितनी टमाटर के लिए जरूरत है। वो आदमी को पता है कि कौन से नाइफ में क्या पोटेंशियल है, उसको कितना शार्पन करना चाहिए। उसी को आप अपने कंपनी में लगाओ, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में लगाओ, फिर देखो मजा। So you are taking stress only because you are uncomfortable there. What you want to do, you are not able to do that. Just something like an अभिमन्यु scenario, right? जब अभिमन्यु को पता है कि मैं बहुत कुछ सीख के आया हूँ, मेरे कृष्ण जी ने मुझे सिखाया है, लेकिन भीम बोलता है तू छोटा बच्चा है, रुको अभी, हमको पता है क्या करना। युधिष्ठिर says no, protect him, he is a young blood, उसको अभी कुछ डेंजरस सिचुएशन में मत डालो। So when you get into the corporate life, you are the Abhimanyu, you are bubbling with so many knowledge and everything. So you should wait for the Abhimanyu movement, because most of the seniors, sometimes in corporate, they will get baffled. अरे करे क्या अभी? COVID के टाइम पे the best of the brains which worked were the young guys. Old people तो परेशान, अरे बाप रे, कोविड आ गया, ऑफिस नहीं जा सकते, ऑफिस नहीं जा सकते तो मैं सेक्रेटरी से नहीं मिल सकता, सेक्रेटरी से नहीं मिला तो सेक्रेटरी मुझे बता नहीं पाएगी कि मेरे को क्या करना है, किससे मिलना है, क्या मीटिंग है। बट द यंग माइंड्स इन द कोविड वर द मोस्ट ब्रिलियंट वंस। सो वेट फॉर दैट अभिमन्यु मूवमेंट। व्हाई? बिकॉज अभिमन्यु saw there was an opportunity. Now we can enter when द्रोणाचार्य चक्रव्यूह was created. उस टाइम पे सारे जो सीनियर्स थे baffled up, अरे यार ये क्या चक्कर है भाई। And Abhimanyu comes forward and says, I know I can enter the Chakravarti. But then the Abhimanyu says, with due respect, I know only to enter, but I don't know how to come out. The come out part is where the seniors say, don't worry, we are there for you. So every youngster has that Abhimanyu moment where the seniors will fail because they are having experience, the old school of thought. अब नया कुछ आ गया है, अरे यार ये क्या नया प्राणी आ गया है, राइट? When I started my career, for us the new प्राणी was computer. ये क्या है यार, ये डब्बा लेके आते हैं पता नहीं मीटिंग में, लैपटॉप हुआ करता था ना, उस टाइम पे जो आदमी लैपटॉप लेके आता था, he was like another robot for us ना, पता नहीं कौन सा एक मैच बॉक्स का डब्बा खोलता है और पटर 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 करने लग जाता है, राइट? People used to be scared, hey, what is this guy doing? So he's coming up with something that we don't know. So all this seniors say, अरे नहीं हमको पता है क्या करना है, and people used to have their own diaries and pens. मतलब इतने numbers के sales के numbers, 3000 प्रोडक्ट का sales कितना हुआ, इस टेरिटरी में कितना हुआ, यहाँ पे रहता था. Whereas the man had to believe on that laptop. So उसके सारे data laptop में थे, यहाँ कुछ नहीं. But there was a time when laptop was becoming more essential and the seniors had to change. उसी तरह से you will get an Abhimanyu moment, wait for that, and then respect the experienced people saying that I can do this, but as Abhimanyu says, I don't know how to come out. So they then say, don't worry, we are there to help you out. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? So when you say I'm going to work, job is just to be boss, whereas work stands for me, the way I define is you have the skill. Now with that skill, you will have the will, which is the W. With every skill and the will, you will achieve some objectives, learning objectives, right? Learning
Yes,
objectives.
sir.
And with every learning objective, what will happen? That will raise your knowledge. WORK. Now you find more sense in working or doing a job.
Working, certainly.
Okay, thank you. Next question, please.
Sir, as you spoke about skills, sir, I believe that some skills are found and some skills are to be built. Correct. So, what are some of the skills, as you know, a corporate trainer you feel should be fostered among students as early as possible?
I would say that in today's ever continuously changing world, right, you will have to adapt to whatever the changes are happening. Change, CHANG. You have to be, the first C is very, very important, which is creativity. If you don't want to be creative, if you are not curious, you have to be always curious. Curiosity. You know, I like when I do management trainings, I ask this question: how many people here are in confused state of mind? सब एक दूसरे का चेहरा देखते हैं, हाँ बोलूं कि ना बोलूं? If I ask you this question, Siddesh and Dhruvi, are you in a confused state of mind? Are you sometimes very confused?
This actually puts us in confusion state.
Because if you are confused, then you will try to seek answers,
Clarity.
clarity. So being confused is a very good status to be in, because that keeps you busy. That keeps your intelligence working. Today you say, no, I know everything. How? If at all I want to know, I go to Google and search, I'll get that. अब एक दूसरा एक भस्मासुर आ गया, चैट जीपीटी, हे भगवान, right? So in a confused state of mind, you're curious. And that confused state of mind, curiosity, makes you to explore things, learn things, know more about it. And when you want to learn more about it, there are some inherent skills which helps you to accept that new things very faster. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
अंदर का कुछ है. I don't know about क्या है 2 दिन. I don't know about the new technologies, but I find it very interesting. क्योंकि अंदर का जो skill है, that is showing you that boss, this something is great. You have never seen it, but now you can explore it. So always develop whatever is happening outside. Don't be in your room. Get out of the room. It's not necessary that you have to be expert in whatever is happening outside. No. But yes, you should be aware of what it is. Right? So the skills which is available, you have to explore. And after exploring only, you will know that where you think you can shape up more better. So with my kids, I gave them explore. क्रिकेट खेलना है, फुटबॉल खेलना है, बैडमिंटन खेलना है, गिटार सीखना है, तबला सीखना है, आर्ट करना है, डिजाइनिंग करना है. मैंने सब जगह पे उनको मौका दिया, जाके अपने आप को एक्सप्लोर करो. तब जाके finally my kids started seeing where their skills are, that they can use it more. Instead of, if I said that no, nothing doing, तुझे सिर्फ साइंस ही करना है, राइट? अगर साइंस नहीं किया तो 50% नालायक. उसके बाद कॉमर्स नहीं किया तो बाकी 50% नालायक. अब करेगा क्या? So I didn't have these type of concepts. I said go and explore everything which is available today. So you have to explore whatever is happening. You can't say that there's new things I don't know. If you don't know, just go and explore. And more you explore, more your inherent skills will start emerging out, and then they will take you to that direction, right? So you can avoid. For me, why I say I allow stress, because S starts with skill, and that skill leads me to satisfaction. But if you do the other way around, then it is stress. You start with the success. कि मुझे यार सक्सेसफुल बनना है, तब जाके मैं सेटिस्फाइड होऊंगा. तो करोगे क्या सक्सेसफुल बनने के लिए? तो आप वही नहीं पता करूं क्या, तो फिर होगा ना डायरिया, डिप्रेशन, कॉन्स्टिपेशन. हाँ, ओके. या ध्रुवी,
Yes, sir.
या नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
Yes, sir. You're talking about the younger minds and the generation, today's generation. So, sir, the question is like, sir, is it true that the today's generation is growing way faster than they are supposed to, and are achieving great heights as they had earlier ago?
I totally like this point that today's generations are achieving greater heights. Why? Because what I said last answer. They are exploring lot many things. They are not saying that अरे if somebody say ये तेरे से नहीं हो सकता मत कर. They ask themselves क्यों नहीं करूं, करके तो देखूं. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा, पैसा डूबेगा, टाइम वेस्ट होगा, right? Earlier there was always this little bit of insecurity. नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा? When I joined NSD, the Tamil Brahmin, right? Tamil Brahmin, great. And I was in NSD learning screenplay, direction. And a lot of my people said, क्या कर रहा है तू? कोई फील्ड है क्या वो? एक्टिंग कोई फील्ड है क्या? But I didn't see acting or films as a field. I saw that I have skills. वहां जाने के बाद पता चला कि यार मेरे स्किल्स तो क्रिएटिविटी में बहुत है, डायरेक्शन में अच्छा है. मतलब एक आवाम मीन्स क्राउड को किस तरह से समझाना, आई एम वेरी गुड इन दैट. बट आई डिडंट यूज दीज स्किल्स इन फिल्म्स. I use these skills in my corporate life, because the way I used to talk, create my presentations, and the way I used to explain when I'm talking to my distributors or my sales guys or in my training, there's always a wow factor. So my theater skills I use somewhere else. But if you say no, theater matlab film mein jao, no, not necessary. But the today's mind are exploring even the unknown territories. Beautiful. Some of those ideas which they come out for business, or some of the things they are doing, I say that they're doing very well. But the caution here is there are 5 T's which we all are exposed to. The first T is technology. Second T is tolerance. Earlier, there was high level of tolerance. But now, that tolerance is very less. If you don't get Wi-Fi, within 1 minute, your face starts showing frustration. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? If you're not able to Facebook या जो भी देखो, यार ये भेजना है मुझे, यार बढ़िया फोटो लिया, देखना मैं यहाँ पे हूँ, सेल्फी नहीं जा रहा है यार, हिला हिला के देखते हैं, अभी तो आ जाए वाईफाई. If your WhatsApp doesn't give that message ting ting in 2 minutes, I think your heart starts palpitating and you say heart attack तो नहीं हुआ, मेरा फोन WhatsApp नहीं बजा, tolerance level नहीं, right? So that should be shaped up. Otherwise, the young generation have risk-taking ability, which I see that beautiful. For me, risk is the best thing which everyone should do. What is risk is, risk will help you to raise your intelligence level, and that will help you to seek more knowledge. RISK. Yes or no? ए काम में
Yes,
रिस्क है,
sir.
करता तो हूँ, अगर गलत भी हो गया तो गलत भी तो एक सीखने का, अगर आपने कुछ किया वो गलत हो गया, that's a learning for you which you can tell others. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
लेकिन स्टॉक मार्केट एंड गैम्बलिंग, स्टुपिडिटी, वो रिस्क नहीं है. कभी देखा किसने जो स्टॉक मार्केट में पैसा डालता है बहुत कमा लेता है, बोलते यार ये तो मस्त लक है, लक नहीं है मेरा, आई एम इंटेलिजेंट। वही स्टॉक में मुझे पैसा डूबता है तो बोलता है क्या है, रिस्क लिया, गया तो गया। दैट इज नॉट रिस्क, right? Even a kid, right? When see beautiful learnings you can see from, somebody asked me yesterday कि आज के जहां में ऐसा कोई इंसान है जिसको न दुख है, न सुख है, न दर्द है, कुछ नहीं है। मैंने कहा बहुत है। वो इन सी अ किड, उसमें कभी दिखता है आपको ईएमआई का टेंशन है? कभी के बच्चों को देखा है, हाय मैं परेशान हो गया मेरे माँ बाप से, पहले ऑप्शन मिलता ये घर में पैदा हूँ, वो घर में पैदा हूँ, तो आई वुड हैव चोजन नन ऑफ देम। नाउ व्हेन द स्मॉल किड, जो करवट लेता है, हाथ फंस जाती है उसकी, राइट, और कोशिश करके हाथ निकालता है, वो भी रिस्क लेता है करवट करने का, वो भी रिस्क लेता है धीरे धीरे खड़े होकर चलने का। एंड देन ही स्टार्ट वॉकिंग, अगर रिस्क ही नहीं लेता और बैठे ही रह जाता तो कभी बच्चा खड़े होकर चलना सीखना शुरू करता नहीं करता। तो टुडे जनरेशन हैज गुड skill which is taking the risks, which I love, but tolerance level and patience. They're using the technology, they're using their talents to teach. टॉलरेंस लेवल को भी थोड़ा शेप कर लेंगे तो ये देश, with these youngsters, Bharat will be the original Bharat what it was 25,000 years before, right? My only advice and my sincere prarthana is tolerance level. And the fourth T is trends. You're seeing what's happening, the trends, and you're ready to adapt those trends. So all those T's made, tolerance is one which I want every youngster to shape up, right? आते हैं मेरे पास, सर क्या सर आपने M1 में 15 मार्क दिया, क्या है, मेरे को हर सब्जेक्ट में 17 मिले, मुझे इसमें भी 17। रुकना भाई, राइट, सीख लो टॉलरेंस, रुको पहले, अंडरस्टैंड। Tolerance is the one, if these youngsters do, believe me, we will be the country which was 25,000 years back, which was very strong in knowledge, was very strong in skills, which was very strong in all the technologies, which was very strong in medicine, which was very strong in Arthashastra, which was very strong in economics. We will be back what we were. So please, whatever you're doing is great. Don't get demotivated. Continue taking risks. You will flourish. Tolerance level. That's all. Over to you.
Sir, I might be deviating a little bit from the topic, but one thing that I quite enjoy is the kind of acronyms that you are able to create, in a story form. So I want to know, how did you create or find those observation skills that you're able to correlate stories to such words? It's quite beautiful, actually.
The art of narration, art of storytelling, right? Which this is one which was which I would say the way you use the born skill.
Okay.
Right? And how I nurtured the skills was again with my theater experience, क्योंकि मुझे audience को बतानी है। अब audience की level of understanding क्या है, मुझे उस level में जाना है। मैं इस pedestal में रह के नहीं बात कर सकता। अगर मेरे audience बच्चे हैं तो I have to tell them what it is. So when you guys are talking about corporate, I used Abhimanyu as an example. But the same Abhimanyu, when I want to talk to the 5th standard students, I will not say the corporate wala thing. I will say something different. Huh?
Yes.
Because in the art of storytelling, the story is being narrated to somebody who is listening. So Sudesh, you have to figure out that who is my audience, what is that which I can use so that I can go closer to him, so that he retains what I'm saying, he absorbs what I'm saying. If I use big management lines, oh, this man, Olive Takar, said this in Russia and Germany, so I always believe that I'm not just here to communicate, I want to get connected. So when you get connected with me, you will be attentive, right? Not for the sake of attendance, you're sitting here for 1 hour, right? So even for that matter, I had to explain these young kids what is segmenting, targeting, and positioning. So मस्ती से समझते हैं इसको. You can open a Philip Kotler, इसने बोला segmenting, हजारों slides पड़े हुए हैं दुनिया में. I did one very simple thing. I want you guys to go and do this. Go and listen to the song. सर जो तेरा चकराए या दिल डूबा जाए, आजा प्यारे पास हमारे काहे घबराए. सुन 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 अरे बाबू सुन, सुन 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 अरे राजा सुन. उस गाने में he is selling a tail malish. To sell his product, he narrates a problem statement. सर जो तेरा चक्कर है, प्रॉब्लम है ना, चल मेरे पास सोल्यूशन है. उसी गाने में वो प्रोडक्ट का फीचर भी बोलता है, एडवांटेज बोलता है, बेनिफिट बोलता है. हो गया ना मार्केटिंग का काम. और मेरी ऑडियंस कौन है, मेरा सेगमेंट कौन है, बोलता है राजा भी हो चलेगा, पब्लिक भी हो चलेगा, नौकर भी चलेगा. वाह, तो उसे सेगमेंट भी बता दिया. मतलब मेरा तेल इज फॉर एवरीबॉडी बॉस, इवन इज फॉर द रिच गाइज, फॉर वर्कर्स. स्ट्रेस तो सबको होता है. एंड देन इज ऑल्सो सेइंग दैट बिजनेस का हो रफड़ा, मतलब अगर बिजनेस में प्रॉब्लम हो, तुम्हारा सबसे पहले टेंशन आएगा, माय टेल इज गुड. 5 मिनट 17 सेकंड में उस गाने ने 120 पेज ऑफ सेगमेंटिंग टारगेटिंग का फर्स्ट अवेयरनेस क्रिएट कर दी. So kids enjoy it, and now they will go and explore more. So I always try to figure out what is that touch point, the connect point, Sudesh. And whatever
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying as jargons, these are not coming from somebody who has already told it. Whatever I'm saying is all my own statements. लोग कहते हैं सर इसका एक बुक लिखो. अब वो बुक लिखना मेरा स्किल नहीं है.
Certainly.
आप लिखो मैं साइन कर देता हूँ. Over to you, Sudesh. Yeah.
But certainly, if will you be able to recommend something if someone wants to grow this or learn this? Because I quite find it fascinating, sir, to be connected on so many levels with your audience.
Yes, I can recommend you some ways. I'm planning to do a workshop on connecting with audience, right? So I will surely send invites. All you guys join in, because whether you go to corporate field and तुम अकेले रह के दीवार से नहीं बात करने वाले हो जिंदगी में. आपको किसी न किसी से बात तो करनी है. चाहे आप काम करो, एंटरप्रेन्योर बनो, कुछ भी बनो, आपने तो कम्युनिकेट करना ही करना है बॉस. मौन व्रत लेके बैठने के लिए हिमालय आता है, ये दुनिया नहीं है. यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
तो हमें तो कम्युनिकेट करना है. सो आई एम गोइंग टू डू दैट वर्कशॉप, राइट? बट आई कांट बी रिजिड दैट मेरे को तो ऐसे ही कम्युनिकेट करना है, तुम्हें सुनना है तो सुनो. जस्ट लाइक दोस आर्ट मूवीज, राइट? आर्ट मूवीज लोग जाते हैं, देखते हैं, बहुत बढ़िया था, लेकिन समझ कुछ नहीं आया. अरे समझ नहीं आया, इसीलिए तो वो आर्ट मूवी है. जबकि वो समझ में नहीं आया तो उस आर्ट मूवी को अवार्ड भी दे देते हैं. जिसने बनाया उसकी तो समझ होगी ना, छोड़ो ना. बट अवर लाइफ इज नॉट लाइक दैट, राइट? वी हैव टू कनेक्ट टू पीपल, वी हैव टू कन्विंस देम. वो तभी हो सकता है व्हेन वी गेट कनेक्टेड. So how to connect? I will do a workshop. I will surely invite you. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, over to you.
So you have been talking about patience and tolerance level. Nowadays everybody talks about leadership, but we all are aware that today's generation is dwelling out of patience. So what are your suggestions to those people, like
For leadership or for patience?
for both, like dwelling out of patience but leading?
You know, one thing, maybe somewhere why we run out of patience is that we expect the turnaround time to be very fast, right? Which today world has done that for us, right? If my Wi-Fi is not working, I get irritated, right? If the AC doesn't cool very fast, I get irritated, right? The best thing to understand about patience, which I have realized and I keep telling, as I said, that one of my biggest learning is always the outside world, observation. Right? The best thing, how to be patient, I learned this from a traffic signal. Red, orange, green. उसमें आप देखो कितने लोग impatient. जहां ऑरेंज हुआ तो पीछे से हॉर्न बजाना शुरू, और जैसे ग्रीन हुआ तो ऐसे लगता है कि जू में से किसने पिंजरा खोल दिया हो और सारे कुत्ते दौड़ पड़े सामने खाने के लिए, राइट? एंड सी द पेशेंस. अब रेड होने वाला है तो एक्सीलेटर को और दबाएगा. हाँ, भाई क्या हो गया यार, रेड हो जाएगा तो 2 मिनट रुकना है, नहीं भाग 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 भाग. One stop, look, proceed is fundamental thing is happening in your life. Your body tells you that when you have to stop. Yes or no? Because
Yes, sir.
every instrument you buy today, you have a manual, right? How to use that instrument. बहुत लोग मैनुअल्स पढ़ते नहीं है, जैसे आया मैनुअल के सबसे उठा के फेंक दिया. Right? I will tell you another story on this. But how many people have read the manual, which is this beautiful human machine? So this is a fantastic machine, right? No robotics can match this machine. You have your breakfast. What did you have your for breakfast today, Dhruvi?
Sir, aloo paratha.
Good. Thank God you
Aloo
didn't say
paratha.
Maggie. Thank God you didn't say Maggie. Anyway, so that aloo paratha, once you have taken it, the aloo paratha becomes you. Because this machine once says these entire आलू उसको पता नहीं क्या ब्रेक करती है, उसमें से क्या बढ़िया चीज रखती है. Just see this beautiful machine. This machine sometimes also indicates you stop, look, proceed, stop, look, proceed. When it says stop, we don't stop, right? रात को 2-2 बजे तक, right? Body says no, stop. I need time to digest whatever you have eaten, boss, please. But no, I will be running, jumping 2 o'clock. Huh? And then you say, oh, acidity ho gaya, oh, bubble pill. So to develop patience, understand these 3 signals: stop, look, proceed. कुछ नहीं जाने वाला if you stop right now. कुछ नहीं जाने वाला है. एक दिन अगर मैं पिज्जा विज़ा नहीं खाऊंगा तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. हमको लोगों ने बोला है कि भाई मैं तो आज क्या है, मेरा व्रत है, व्रत में हम अन्न नहीं खाएंगे. मैं तो कहता हूँ आज सब लोगों को टेक्नोलॉजी व्रत लेना चाहिए कि हफ्ते में एक बार हम मोबाइल को छुएंगे नहीं, राइट? हफ्ते में एक बार मोबाइल को नहीं छुए, एक व्रत. लेट अस सी, नो, ट्राई दैट योरसेल्फ. अरे लोग तो मोबाइल बाथरूम में लेके जाते हैं यार. So whenever I call for meetings, I say that keep the mobiles under your drawer and then come for meeting. Right? So stop, look, proceed is a good mantra which will teach you how to develop that patience. Yeah, Dhruvi. But today corporate is not doing stop, look, proceed. They are stooping low and then proceeding. All right. Yeah, Dhruvi, over to you. Or Siddesh.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you give us any secret recipe in the field of business intelligence which you would like to share with the future strategists and branding experts?
You're talking about some secret recipes in the area of business intelligence, right?
Yes, sir. I mean, we had thought that we will be speaking about this topic in the session, but we found better information and knowledge. But we think that we'll have to cover at least some of it.
As I said, right, intelligence is the primary ingredients we all have. Whether it is for business intelligence, whether it's for family intelligence, whether it is for relationship intelligence, whatever it is. Wherever, whatever it is. One of the secret recipe is that you have to understand, right? You have to first understand what is the goal of your business. You have to understand for whom is this business. You have to understand why you are doing this business. Right? Now, business intelligence, it's not the system which is intelligent. You are intelligent. System is an enabler. If the system has to say what type of business you have to do, what business decisions you have to take, what product you have to launch in the market, which market you have to launch, who are the customers, then the system can become the CEO, right? रोबोट को बिठा दो ना यार सीईओ की कुर्सी पे, आप बस हाँ जी करते रहो. What business intelligence is all about is you. You are intelligent. And today which during my times we didn't have was data. Right? Whatever I am today is all because of some data, right? We all are datas. You are all datas of your past memories. But we as humans, we somewhat forget all those memories. ध्रुवी, सिद्धेश, यश, जो भी मेरे सामने बैठे हैं, हम लोग किसी न किसी के पास मेमोरीज है. इसलिए दादी बोलती है, अरे इसकी तो हरकतें ना मेरे मामा दे मेरे भाई के जैसे हैं, क्योंकि उनका डीएनए वो मेमोरी है आपके अंदर. आपका नाक, हाँ नानी बोलेगी, इसके नाक तो ना इनके जैसे ही है, देख कैसे लाल होता है इसका नाक, ये दादा भी ऐसे होते थे. You all are memories, right, in some form or the other. So similarly, there are a lot of memories which is in the form of data, which is giving me lot of information. I will tell you the story about how I've used data, right, to identify and come out with a solution for one of the airline industry. भाई उनके पास बहुत अच्छा था, एवरी कस्टमर वर हैप्पी, लेकिन वो बोलते थे कि यार ये कुछ इन साउथ इंडियन फूड जो है ना वो फ्लाइट में अच्छा नहीं लगता. So they collected data, right? Which food you don't like and everything. So बहुत सारे customer feedback forms आ गए. Customer feedback forms हमारे time पे was the only great tool to get some data, to understand insights. जैसे अब लोग बड़े बड़े लोग ने एक बहुत बड़ा डिग्री कोर्स ही बना डाला है. कस्टमर इनसाइट्स, इसमें पता चला कि सारे फूड्स तो अच्छे हैं, लेकिन ये जो साउथ इंडियन फ्लेवर्स फूड्स हैं वो कंप्लेंट बहुत आ रहा है. प्रॉब्लम, कस्टमर इनसाइट्स, ओके लेट अस चेंज द वेंडर, रॉ मटेरियल चेंज कर दिया, सब चेंज कर दिया. उसके बाद पता चला कि द प्रॉब्लम स्टिल कंटिन्यू. फिर उन्होंने कहा चलो हम लोग फ्लाइट वेंडर को ही चेंज कर देते हैं, विल गेट ताज फैट. स्टिल द प्रॉब्लम कंटिन्यू. नाउ इतने डेटा आने के बाद वी आर नॉट एबल टू फिगर आउट कि भाई वेयर इज द प्रॉब्लम. डेटा तो बहुत कुछ है, वेंडर चेंज कर दिया, पेपर जो भी खरीदते थे वो चेंज किया, सांबार पाउडर जो भी था सब कुछ चेंज कर दिया, लेकिन फिर भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स दिख रहे थे. Then we said what this data is telling us. I said, look, the data is telling one thing. A, when the South Indian food was made, it was good. Then the same food, when it was being loaded in the aircraft, तभी भी ठीक था. But when do you serve the food? They say we serve the food after the flight takes off. तो लोगों ने पूछा कि अब उसमें क्या हो सकता है, खाना बन गया, अच्छा था, टेस्ट किया, फ्लाइट में लोड कर दिया. I said, there is this problem in between this फ्लाइट जब टेक ऑफ होता है. तो पीपल आस्क उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है. मैंने कहा पता नहीं, मेरे को लगता है यही कहीं है सोल्यूशन. बाद में बहुत बड़े बुद्धिजीवी सबसे मिलके पता चला कि कुछ मसाले ऐसे हैं जो धरती जब रहते हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ ऑल द environmental power which the masalas have, right, air, moisture, लेकिन वही जब मसाला एक एल्टीट्यूड के ऊपर जाता है तो दे स्टार्ट रिलीजिंग different elements. Then they figured out that which are those raw materials, once that goes to after a particular altitude their taste changes. फिर हमने वो raw material change किया, and after that when the survey was said, they said now the food tastes better. अब ये decision कैसे लिया? डेटा के वजह. So business intelligence is only successful when you are able to analyze the data, when you are able to see the insights in the data, and then finally take decisions. Don't allow the business intelligence system to take decisions for you. You take decisions. Right? What is DATA? It is nothing but daily activities which you track. Right? DATA means क्या? Daily activities which you are tracking. And then tracking के बाद क्या करोगे? You have to achieve something, no? Right? So use all. That's why I said when you ask me कि भाई अभी क्या learning है? ये सारे तो learnings हैं. ये data intelligence मुझे कैसे मदद कर सकता है? How can it enable me? You have to acquire that skills as well. You have to know, explore yourself there. Right? So today, business intelligence is coming out in a very strong way. Why? Because it's able to throw lights of consumer behavior. But then you have to also establish that type of infrastructure. You have to have people who understand the data. You need to have those type of infrastructures as well. What is the infrastructure? The right tools and technologies, which will enable you. I am again using the word enabler. And second, data should be presented not in the form of 0110. It has to be visualized the way you understand better. So you have to follow this BDC, which I always call it, data-driven culture. Every time you start looking at something, take some data. In fact, in my ad agency also, when I also made a film in South market, वहां पे भी मुझे डेटा चाहिए था कि भाई लोग को क्या पसंद है, क्या देखना चाहते हैं, किसके बारे में देखना चाहते हैं, कौन सा सेगमेंट को जैसे कॉलेज गोइंग गाइस का व्हाट इज दैट दे वुड लाइक टू सी इन अ मूवी, व्हाट इज द सब्जेक्ट दे आर मोर इंटरेस्टेड टू हियर. ये सब डेटा ही तो था, इनसाइट्स ही तो है. मेरे आवाम क्या चाहती है, उनकी सोच कहाँ जा रही है, उसके बेसिस में ही तो आई कैन मेक अ प्रोडक्ट, चाहे वो फिल्म हो, एड हो या बिजनेस प्रोडक्ट हो. So you have to foster data-driven culture, but data is no longer the treasure of select few. I hate people when they say, "Oh no, this data is confidential." और अपने employee को नहीं देंगे, right? अरे data confidential and access किसके पास होगा? CEO के पास. उसको क्या करना है data रख के भाई? I have seen some organizations where the CEO has the best of the laptop. उसके पास Mac रहेगा इतना बड़ा सा. लेकिन जो प्रोग्रामिंग करता है, he doesn't have a big system which has the greatest power. बहुत बड़ा रैम होना चाहिए, होना चाहिए नहीं. बस तो प्रोग्रामर है, कंपनी पॉलिसी है 8 GB से ज्यादा तेरे को मैं दूंगा नहीं. लेकिन टॉप मोस्ट बॉस विल हैव अ मैक, बिग वन. क्या जरूरत है? अरे उनको एम्पावर करो भाई. हु आर गोइंग टू डू बिजनेस, टेक डिसीजंस, एनालाइज एंड एवरीथिंग, यू एम्पावर देम. So data should not be something that selects you. It has to be given to everybody. ले कर. And then see how skills develop. Right, Dhruvi? Secret recipe. Over to you.
Sir, coming to the end of the session, I still remember your previous session where you spoke about the flow of energy in a Dabba Rupee life. I actually found it quite profound, the observation of small child sitting outside washroom on VT station. Would you have some sort of story or some advice again to which you would like to leave with the audience on last note?
Well, the Dabba theory was mine, and I was that kid there. I don't know how many people know that story. So I don't mind saying that experience of my life at the age of 18. Remember one thing, ladies and gentlemen. We all have been blessed with two boons in our life. Two boons. Time and energy. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Every time, every moment is a time which is passing away. Then you have to decide that with every time, are you enhancing your energy or you're wasting your energy? I always say, I remember this, which I used to do in a theater workshop. I do all my sessions in a theateretic form, So there's one workshop which I did where I had given one guy potato, another guy gave him eggs, and the third guy I gave him coffee. And on Tinoco, I gave them water. And I say that you use water, boil the potato, you boil egg, and with coffee, with water, do whatever you want. What happened after 15-20 minutes? The potato was boiled, the egg was boiled, and with water and boiling water, a good coffee was made. And then when you see the potato which was very hard, after going through a process with water and boiling, it became very soft. The egg, which was in a liquid form, after boiling, it became hard. And coffee had a great aroma. And you sip coffee, fantastic. What is the life learning in this, my friend? You will be subjected to various types of different experiences. If you behave like potato, you will become soft. Mellow down. अरे यार जो करना है करो, भाड़ में जाओ. Another option is to be a egg, strong. But egg का मेरा एक learning है, right? If you break the egg from outside, you can only make an omelette. But the life inside the egg, if it is broken from inside, a life comes out. But the third thing is brilliant, coffee. When coffee goes and blends with water, the entire water becomes coffee. So the third one, you put yourself into that situation so that the entire situation is you. And then you will be a blissful life. All right? Desh. Yeah.
It is always a pleasure to have you, sir. I truly learned,
Thank you.
The connected part. One should be connected rather than just communicate is what I found very much interesting. So thank you so much, sir, for your time and your energy to share these concepts of life with us.
Thank you very much.
It was really a wonderful session, an informative session. I learned a lot from this session, mostly that the part of generating the Abhimanyu in yourself was just amazing. That inspired me a lot from the session. On the behalf of the entire Saturday 10 AM team, we would like to thank Mr. Ramanan Balakrishnan for sparing his precious time and interacting with our audience. We would like to extend our gratitude towards our director, Dr. Akshay Malhotra sir, our faculty mentors, Dr. Smita Bonde ma'am, and Harshit Kotwal sir, for their constant support and guidance. Lastly, we would like to thank all our wonderful participants for joining the session and making this a successful session. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Keep in touch. Bye-bye.
Certainly, sir. And I'll be waiting for the session on how to connect
the
with
workshops,
people.
yes.
Yes, sir.
I will do that. Thank you.
I will be waiting. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Have
very
a
much.
good day, sir. Bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.